Chris. Thanks for joining me in this session for Connect Online. Our session is analytics for better insights when deploying message, video and phone across the organisation. We both put our hands up to speak about analytics as we're hugely passionate about it. It's a big topic. What is it about analytics functionality that excites you?
RingCentral analytics and RingCentral is used by a whole set of customers, especially for critical voice and communication collaboration. The thing that I love most about RingCentral analytics is that it gives us lots of great data, but helps us to get to insights quickly, but also at a variety of different levels as well, to help make sure that our business and other businesses are running as smoothly as they can, but get access to that information all in one place.
That's really cool. We've had a ton of quite important high profile calls lately. Can we have a look at one of those for the analytics for that call?
Definitely. So let's have a look at our quality of service analytics around voice. With the quality of service analytics, we can present information in near real time to measure the quality of calls. We measure the quality of calls based on the mean score average, or MOS score, that helps measure the quality of calls based on a human perception, and measures things such as jitter, bandwidth drop, packet loss, to make sure that we'll be able to measure a certain level of quality of all the calls that are being made from the system. Now, what we can do is, looking at the overview, we can get a very quick pulse and health check of how calls across the RingCentral platform within the organisation is performing. And where needs to, I can drill down into, and so let's have a look at what a good looks like. I can see that everything is all ship shape and everything's fine, and I can drill down into the specifics of a call. But now what I'm going to do now is look at a not so good call. So let's say we've just got an IT ticket through to say that there are some people who are experiencing, in the customer facing team, that they're experiencing some jitteriness on the calls, and they're not performing so well. So let's have a look at, so I can see actually from the overview that on the particular day that the IT ticket had said that there was a bit of poor quality, we can see that there's a drop. So let's click on here and drill down, and we can see that even though that this was of a moderate call quality, we can still get the insights that we need to look at the details of the call, to then start to provide information and guidance and insight on how we can resolve those particular problems around that particular call or calls. But this is great if we're getting an IT ticket, but what we can do is build alerts based off this data, based on thresholds. So rather than waiting for an IT ticket to come in, we can actually get alerts into the IT services team to alert if something going wrong. So looking at our alerts here, we have alerts for both the executive team as well as our customer facing teams to help alert the IT team on whether there's any drop in performance at all, even if there is a single moderate or poor call. So this is great to reduce any heat for IT, as well as make sure that our customers get the best experience possible.
That's brilliant, Chris. Thank you for showing me that. And we know that as well as voice, the use of video has gone through the roof in recent times. If I consider my own behaviours, I probably do 10 times more video meetings than I do calls. Clearly, we launched RingCentral Video a year ago now. Can we have a look at video analytics too?
Oh yeah, sure. And I'm the same. Like I do way more video calls than I do purely voice calls. And the great thing from a RingCentral perspective at a high level, we see video as just important as voice. So where we have 5 nines SLA on voice, we also have the same for video. And in terms of our reporting analytics, it also expands to reporting on video and meeting sessions as well. So looking at here in the video quality of service, we can see exactly what's going on each meeting. So we can see what devices are using the platform, how are these users and how are these devices using the video service. Are they using video? Are they sharing their screens? We can see what networks they're using, so we can make sure we get the right insight from that information to make sure, even from a video perspective, that all people within the organizations from the top down are getting the best quality experience that they can be from wherever they're taking video meetings from. So what is it about analytics that you like, Louise? What is it that you love in RingCentral Analytics?
For me, it's actually about user behaviours. So how our customers are maximising the value of the platform through adoption. So I really find it interesting to try and understand of our users who's using voice, video, or messages. In particular, as we move into a hybrid working environment, it will be important for businesses to understand if their people are still at the desktop or are starting to use all of their mobile tools. Is that something that we can see?
Yes. So the first panel actually within RingCentral Analytics is RingCentral adoption and usage. So you can see both at an organizational wide level as well as a department level, you can see how each part of the RingCentral platform is being used between message, video, and phone. And you can drill down into a specific department and see how each users and departments are using RingCentral and how they're accessing RingCentral to get more insight of how departments are using RingCentral. Are they using RingCentral? What are the departments who are not using RingCentral? And when you start to identify which departments are using RingCentral in the way that is best for them, you can start to replicate some of those best practices to then employ into some of the areas that are not using RingCentral. And of course, from a RingCentral perspective, we're really keen to ensure that you get the best value from the platform possible. To make sure that it's really helping drive your business critical processes, and then deciding how is your organization using RingCentral between different device types, whether it be on the desktop as well as from mobile devices as well.
That's awesome, Chris. Thank you. I can see you were looking at the support team's statistics there. They're obviously a really important function for us. Can we drill down on some data in a particular team and see how they're performing, and ideally get a report that we can share with department leaders?
So yeah, adoption and usage is really the kind of the top level view at an organisation level. So let's go into performance reports. What we're going to do with performance reports is we're going to build a daily support report so that the support team leader can see what's going on within their particular team on their particular queue. So this will help the team leader help to understand how people are dealing with the calls that are coming into their team. So what we're going to do first, making sure that we create our first up at the right time frame, is that we're going to filter all of our data based on the support team queue. So here what we're seeing are all of the calls that have been made coming into this queue. Now, I want to drill down a little bit more. So if I just click on the support link here, this will then take me to all of the call takers who have taken calls on behalf of this queue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start to change some of the KPIs on the report. So the support team leader and anyone else who consumes this report can see at a high level, the high level data and KPIs that we can get to see what different inbound call metrics are important to us. And we can also apply the same to the callers, so we can see what the average speed of answer is, whether any abandoned calls, what percentage of calls went through to voicemail. Now, once I've created that, once I've got my KPIs right, I can save this. And then what I can do is I can build a subscription to this report and choose whether I want to use or provide the report in an Excel or PDF. In this case, I'm going to choose an Excel report because the support team leader wants to take that report and expand it. And what they are going to do now is on building the subscription, they will now get a daily report at 6 o'clock every evening, not just on the users, on the people who have been taking calls, but also specific information on the calls that those people have taken, so that the support team leader can look at how his team have been performing and start replicating some best practices in his team, as well as providing extra coaching for people within his team who maybe haven't been handling the right volume of calls that they need to.
That's brilliant, Chris. Thanks so much for sharing just a couple of parts of the analytics capabilities. It's particularly brilliant topic because the analytics were built out following feedback from one of our customer advisory boards. So it's great to see that come to life. I hope everybody found that as brilliant as I did. Thank you so much.